Hello there, I'm John Calder, and you're looking at one of my hedgerows here in West Dorset. It's a wide hedge, 6 meters wide or thereabouts. I laid that hedge just under 20 years ago, and every year since it's been flailed gently back to this just under 2 meter high condition, and it's thickened out beautifully to make a very dense hedge. From my perspective, that is what you need to do to a hedge to maximize the carbon sequestration in it and to make its life cycle extend to the longest possible length. I have other hedges that I don't have flailed at all, and they're the ones that generate the berries and the flowers and the nectar that's needed for wildlife. So half and half. What I can tell you about this hedgerow is it's an Adam code number 5. So what does that mean? Here's Adam's code number 5. It's one of the well-managed hedges shown in this picture here. On the left, we have some tightly managed hedges, otherwise known as over-managed hedges, which are progressing downhill towards the point where they're going to need some drastic action to get them rejuvenated. And the rejuvenation comes up as either hedge laying or coppicing, and there is some ambition to see some planting as well, so that's why that's mentioned on the sheet. On the right-hand column, we're looking at hedges that are being allowed to run up, which is a very good thing in today's climate. With the climate change concerns, more carbon is being captured as those hedges grow up, but in the end, when you get to this stage, things begin to fall over and you get back to needing rejuvenation again. So the whole point of the Adams condition coding is to spot what stage of the life cycle are you at. It's inevitable that not every hedge can be in a well-managed midlife cycle stage. But what's happening out there? Well, the Great Big Dorset Hedgerow project needs scores of willing volunteers to answer that question, to assess the present condition of our hedgerows in Dorset. What they plan to do is to walk these major trails across Dorset. The blue one is the Jubilee Trail going from west to east. And while they are doing that walk, they want to be capturing the condition of the hedgerows that they pass. So the volunteers will be needed to do the hedgerow surveys and or to do the coordination of those local activities. What would you need to know? Well, the basics for hedgerow surveys in this project would be, don't do it alone. It's worth taking friends. There are hazards. Don't do more than 3 hours at a time. That equates to roughly 3 kilometers of hedge. And keep to the footpath. The legitimacy of what you're doing is you're enjoying the landscape in public accessible land and taking note of what the condition of the hedgerows is as you go. So the essential knowledge for a hedgerow surveyor would be some species identification skills. If you need help with that, we can provide it. You need to know the Adams Hedge condition code, which I've just shown you, and you'd have a crib sheet that shows you that. And you need to be able to estimate some dimensions. 2-meter stick to walk with is a quite useful tool. The essential kit for the assignment on the day would be a pre-marked map and a blank survey form, both of which you'd be supplied with from your coordinator, your local coordinator, and the outcome would be hedgerows marked on those maps and a completed survey form which shows what you found out. For the coordinators, the essential knowledge is the ability to network with people. You have to be comfortable with spreadsheets, and you need to find some means of capturing what's on your screen in the way of a map and editing it a bit. And the essential kit would be, you need access to the internet, you need to have some time. It's going to take time. A bit of persistence and stamina will come in handy. The outcome is an ever-increasing picture of the status of the hedgerows run across Dorset, initially on the trails, but increasingly beyond those trails. More on that later. So here is the typical assignment map. This one covers half of the parish of Tullerpore-Coram, just north of Dorchester. It shows the Jubilee Trail going across the page there with the red crosses. And every 250 meters, the map shows a marker number. That shows this idea of scale. Alongside that, you'd be equipped with a blank form. We've designed this so that on a single line across a A4 spreadsheet, you can capture the information that we need for the purposes of this. And this is one we did earlier with some volunteers. Amanda, Max, and Beatrix helped me to get this captured in the pilot of the survey in Thorncombe. Page 2 of the spreadsheet shows you exactly what we need recorded in each column. And this is the outcome. So here we are in Thorncombe. We've covered the bit from Ford Abbey heading southeast. The red numbers are markers for each of the hedges that we've surveyed. And the color code talks to you about the Adams condition code. And more on that when you get to this website. That's a website that you'll get familiar with later on. And the next step would be to contact Dorset Climate Action Network through the Great Big Dorset Hedge@gmail.com email. Please offer your help. I'm sure you'll be made very welcome. Thank you very much.